Hiya, welcome to GGKCS, the podcast slash FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitching, geeky. I'm Cece, my pronouns are they, them. Today is Saturday, the 6th of January, 2024. How? And this is episode 502. I'd like to say a big welcome back to all returning viewers and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for checking us out. Hope you enjoy the show. It feels like forever since I've talked with y'all, even though it hasn't. Well, it kind of has. The last podcast slash FlossTube I did was at the beginning of November, because from the 1st through the 25th of December, I was doing Vlogmas slash Flossmas slash Holly Vlogs. So if you watched those and or if you followed me on social media, you'll know about the big change in our home here. If you didn't, let me share. This beauty on the screen is Pumpkin Pom Pom Gilmore. She is about to be a year old later this month. She is a golden retriever, Labrador retriever mix. She weighs about 42 pounds, and she is training to be my mobility service dog. I think I've talked about it in the past, but I've been having increasing issues of vertigo and stumbling and falling. The thing that kind of the straw that broke the camel's back was the week of Thanksgiving. I fell really, really badly. I thought I was going to have to call Dammy. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I thought I was going to have to call Dammy to come help me up. And my hip was messed up from the fall. That was Pumpkin snoring. So started investigating mobility service dogs. To buy one that's already trained is between $10,000 and $15,000. I don't have that laying around. So I had figured out from my research that golden retrievers were a good service dog, good breed of service dog. So I found Pumpkin. She was in a shelter in South Texas. From my understanding, she was there most of her life. I was not supposed to get her until around the first of the year. And then about 3.5 weeks ago, I got an email and they were like, we have a space open. This was on a Monday, to bring her on Friday. Do you want us to bring her? And I was like, yes. Because my thought process was, you're going to have some time off at Christmas. You're going to have some time off for the new year. That'll be really great. And it's been hard. First time dog parent. Pink and Pumpkin are not getting along or tolerating each other very well yet. And Pumpkin has quite a bit of anxiety. I know some of it is from the fact that she was like in a small town and now she's in a city, big city, lots of noise, lots of people. She's at that age where talking with the vet and with our trainer, that sometimes they can have a fear stage at this age. She bonded with me very, very, very quickly. She does not want me out of her eyesight, her line of sight. So we're seeing a trainer. We're working on things. And I think eventually she's going to be what I need to help me, help support me as I'm walking, and also be able to help me get up when I do fall. So we've had her for 3 weeks. 3 weeks yesterday. Wait, is that right? Hold on, now I'm questioning myself. Was it 3 weeks? Has it been 4 weeks? I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking at my calendar. Oh, it may have been 4 weeks. 1, 2, No, just over 3 weeks. Just over 3 weeks. Because, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So anyway, I can't. Time is a construct, wibbly wobbly. Also, Doctor Who, hello. Holy crap. Anyway, so this is where we're at now. Her name. So having Pink Pearl, I wanted a first name that was color related. And as you may know, that autumnal burnt orange color is my second favorite color. And I love pumpkins. Pumpkin spice lattes are like my jam. So we went with pumpkin, and then I needed a middle name that was knitting related because Pink Pearls is PURL for the other type of knitting stitch. So came up with Pom Pom because I do a pom pom for my preemie hats every week, and it also gave them the same initials. So Pink Pearl and Pumpkin Pom Pom, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at with things right now. So just trying to adjust. Yeah, and that's about it. So, well, I have quite a bit to talk to you about, especially since I didn't record a normal episode in December. I got a lot of stuff to show you. So, let's go ahead and get started. As y'all will hear later in the episode, I forgot to do this announcement at the beginning of the episode, so I'm recording this and putting it in the beginning of the episode so that in case you don't watch the whole way through, you don't miss the announcement. Okay. As I've just told you in this intro, we're training Pumpkin Pom Pom to be my mobility service dog. It's not cheap. It's not the 10-15,000 to buy an already trained dog, but it is still a good chunk of money. So my dear friend Michelle Bindi Stitchy is going to co-host a D-Stash with me on Sunday the 11th of February at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Michelle's Twitch stream. I will make sure to put the link below as well as on the show notes. It's twitch.tv/Michelle Bindi. I currently have a box and 2 bags worth of stuff, plus other stuff that is not put together yet. Dammy's planning to come over and help me do a spreadsheet. And the way this will work is I will show something, I will tell you about it, I will tell you the price. If you're interested in it, we will give you a keyword to post in the chat, and then we'll do a random generator to pull from the people who said that they wanted it, and that person will win it. I will invoice you on PayPal. It will be exact shipping cost, and all of the money is going towards Pumpkin's service dog training. So I am super excited to do this. I have lots of stuff, y'all. I've got an entire bag of yarn. I've got cross-stitch patterns. I've got fabrics. I've got magazines. I've got shop samples. I was talking to Dammy yesterday. I'm going to do an entire bundle of all of our ebooks. I'm also going to do an entire bundle of every single pattern we have designed. So there is going to be some really, really good stuff. And so I would really appreciate y'all's support. Again, it's on Sunday, February the 11th at 8 a.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/Michelle Bindi. So that's the announcement. I appreciate your support. And yeah, so that's the announcement. All right. Back to yummies. Although when I put this announcement in, next will be on the time wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Doctor Who. Shutigawa as the new Doctor, fantastic. Loved David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, and the way the story ended. And Donna, oh, also, I succeeded in an entire rewatch, starting with series 1 with the 9th Doctor, all the way through the 13th Doctor before the 3 specials and then the Christmas Day special. Or was it New Year's Day? Christmas Day special came out. I have watched a lot of Doctor Who since I saw you last. Okay. Timey-wimey. Here we go. I neglected to say previously that I've got a different background. You're seeing my kitchen and my bed and my closet because I rearranged the living room to try to give Pink a little more privacy in her litter box and while she's eating. Because I'm in a studio apartment, obviously. And so I've got the only room I have with the door is the bathroom. And we're not going to talk about that nightmare that happened the first night that Pumpkin was here. Yes. So anyway, I'm not sitting at my desk because I've got Pumpkin's crate right next to me. And I don't want to move her. And so we're just going to film here, and that's fine. You know, we do what works. So now let's talk about what is on my needles. First up in my little kitty project bag here, I am knitting socks. So a group that I'm in is doing a Palentine's swap, and we have to do something handmade and then goodies. And so I'm knitting socks for my person. I'm using my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern that you can find at javapearldesigns.com. And as always, everything we talk about in the episode is at ggkcs.com. I'm using US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and this yarn is Bigfoot Yarn Company Wendigo sock in the Flying Pink Elephants colorway. So I have done the foot, the heel, and I'm working on the leg. Let me tell you, this person wears a smaller size sock than I normally knit. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is just like knitting up so quickly. So, Ursula. Yeah, so I'm working on that. And because this person has a smaller size foot than I normally knit for, I should have enough of that yarn to do shorty socks for me. So that'll be fun. And then in my crafty bag from Nerdbird Makery, sorry, I have it tied closed. I am working on, let me find a good picture here. There we go. A Place of Peace by Joji Locatelli. This is on US 6 4mm needles. I'm using Ginger Twist Studio Leading Lady Lace in the Millions of Peaches colorway and Ginger Twist Studio Yakety Yak 4-ply in the Au Natural and Brighter Than Barbie colorways. I'm going to pull it out to show you in just a minute. Okay, let me see. Where am I at? I'm ready to start section 2. So, I have done 3, 6, 9, 10. I have finished 10 sections out of 12, and then I have to put all the tassels on. So, this is where I'm at. So here's the beginning, all the way over here. So, I'm too clumsy to be around, wait, where did it go? There it is. I'm too clumsy to be around fragile masculinity. Those and the Ursula ones are both from Fangirl Fibers. I also bought Dammy Ariel ones because as one does. So those are my 2 knitting projects that are on the needles right now. I don't really have huge knitting goals for this year. Obviously, 52 preemie hats. I'll show you. No, I haven't knit the first one yet because New Year's Eve was last Sunday. Okay, so those obviously, birthday socks as usual, finish Place of Peace. Yeah, those are really my goals for the year, is just to kind of, knit what makes me happy. And that's a lot of socks. So, all right, well, I have a bunch of FOs to show you. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for finished projects. So first I'm going to show you all the preemie hats that I have finished since I recorded in November. They're all from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get at javapearldesigns.com. And I knit all of them with US 6 4mm needles. So first up, this is number 45 for last year. And it was my 64th FO of the year. And this used Pandia's Jewels hand-dyed yarn 3-ply tweed in the sleek colorway, Craft Slayer PDX fingering weight in a one-of-a-kind gray colorway, and Knit Picks Felici in the Vampire Vibes colorway. Okay. Number 46. And this was FO 66 for the year. This is Vitellana Tweedy Sheep in the apple picking colorway. And you can see that I just did a rolled brim instead of ribbing. So I just kept knitting longer and then bound off in a stretchy bind off. And there's that one. Okay, then this is number 47 for the year. And it was FO 67 for the year. This uses West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply self-striping in the Zandra's Rainbow colorway, Knit Picks Felici in the Vampire Vibes colorway, and an unknown cream yarn. And again, did a rolled brim on that one. Okay. This one is number 48 for the year and FO 69 for the year. This was done with Red Heart Super Saver in the carrot colorway and the Cafe Latte colorway. This is the pumpkin color that I was thinking of when we named pumpkin. Okay. This is number 49 for the year and FO number 72 for the year. This is Lily Sugar and Cream in the mistletoe colorway. So this is a cotton yarn because some babies can't have other types of fiber on their little heads. Okay, sorry, my watch is like dinging at me here. Okay, then this is preemie hat number 50. And this is FO number 73 for the year. This used West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply self-striping in the Fairy Lights colorway and Craft Slayer PDX fingering weight in a one-of-a-kind gray colorway. So just held them doubled. Very, very pretty. Okay, this is number 51 for the year and FO number 74 for the year. This is Uru Yarn Electric in the Rave colorway. Okay, this is number 52 for the year and FO number 75. This is the Vitellana Tweedy Sheep in the apple picking colorway. So just like the one I showed you earlier, except for I did ribbing on this one instead of a rolled brim. And then the final preemie hat for 2023, number 53. And this was my final FO of the year, FO number 77. Sorry, my phone is texting me, but I have my laptop open, and so it's like, let's just dig everywhere. It's fine. Sorry. This is Noro Silk Garden Light in the 2093 Fuchsia Blue Purple Maroon Gray colorway and an unknown cream yarn. And that's all the preemie hats since I saw y'all last. Okay, but that's not all, because since I saw y'all last, I finished 3 pairs of socks. So, first up, These were number 65 for the year. All these socks use my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern that you can get at javapearldesigns.com, and they all use US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. So this is Fangirl Fibers 80/20 Merino Nylon in the October 2022 Gilmore Girls Club Season 3, Episode 9, Cat Kirk colorway. This is also the color I was thinking of when we were naming Pumpkin. Okay, hold on. I only have one set of these mannequin feet now. Back when we lived in Scotland, I had enough to fill an entire suitcase because we used them when we would do shows. But we're not doing shows, and so we downsized. Okay. Just getting them on the mannequin feet here. Okay. This yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners Signature Sparkle 4-ply self-striping in the Silent Night colorway. Now, let me tell you, okay. My brain is mush. So, my brain is mush. I have never done a pair of socks from West Yorkshire Spinners that's striped like this. It's like got a solid, but then it's got like all these small. I love it. It's beautiful. It was just a little bit maddening to try to figure out like the stripe pattern. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. But they're beautiful. They're sparkly. Can you see the spark? Oh, you can. Look at the sparkle. Love sparkles. Okay, and then let me put the final pair of socks that I finished in 2023. And these use Freckled Whimsy Serendipity in the 2023 Advent 24 stripe Hearth and Home colorway, plus the brown mini skein for the toes, heels, cuffs. So this is what I knit during Advent. I knit a stripe a day. And no, they don't match up. My thinking was, I'll start at opposite ends of the 250-gram skeins, and that way I'll make sure and get all the stripes. And then that's not what happened. The striping pattern started like in the middle somewhere. But I made these just a smidge taller than I normally do, and I got all 24 stripes on both socks. And they're like inverted. So like there. So that was my 76th FO for 2023. And I have more FOs for you in the next segment. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. I've got a couple of FOs to show you. First up is this, which may look familiar. This is the They Them cross stitch pattern by Top Knot Stitcher. I did it on a 14 count white Aida, and I used the called for DMC plus the DMC for the flag, because in the original pattern it has the trans flag, and I wanted to do the lesbian flag. But I can't remember when I talked to y'all in November if I told you that I was using they them pronouns now. I'm using they them pronouns now if I did not, and so I needed to update, and I have they them pronouns now. So there's that. The second thing is no longer here with me because I gifted this to my therapist. Warning, it does have a curse word on it, so if that's going to bother you, you might want to look away. This is the Therapy Effing Rules pattern from Self-Care Cross Stitch by Stephanie Rohr. I think she is Steph X Stitch on Instagram. I used Forbidden Fiber Co. 14 count Aida Zweigart in the Frozen colorway. I used Threadworks Bradley's Balloons and DMC from the Move Forward in Love pattern, and it took me 14 days to stitch this. So in the original book, this is a very like muted I don't know what to call it. Anyway, it's not the colors that I used. So my therapist is also queer and uses she they pronouns, and I sent them the she they that I had stitched for myself, and then just stitched myself a they them one. But I also sent them this, and they, like I said, they're queer, and so I knew they would appreciate the pride colors in it. And it arrived just before my last my last counseling session in December, and so they opened it while I was having counseling with them because it's a Zoom call, and they loved both of them. And it made me feel so special. My therapist is also a crafter, so they understand. They do embroidery and crochet, so they understand the time it takes and the effort it takes to craft something for someone. And I have been with my therapist since this, let's see, I think it's the summer of 2020. So we have been through a lot together. And so I just wanted to let them know how much they mean to me and how grateful I am to them. And so it was lovely to make that for them. Okay, now let's talk about, that's not the right one, this one. Whips. So first up in this Garen Toten Bags bag that was in the Nice list by the Black Needle Society. Was it 2021? I don't know. It all runs together now. Also, if you did not watch my Vlogmas / Flossmas / Holly vlogs, you missed seeing every day that I was opening the Nice list. So lots of wonderful things came in the Nice list, and they're all in those videos. As well, I am a rep for the Black Needle Society, so I get the every other month boxes to share with y'all. I do pay for the special edition boxes, of which the Nice list was one, but whatever extras, leftovers, or are from boxes, they put in the vault on their website, theblackneedlesociety.com, and you can use my code JavaPearl5, JAVAPURL, the number 5, for 5% off. You can use it as often as you would like to, and there's some amazing things in there. So I am also stitching a project from 2022's The Nice List box. So I'm putting the someone's FO on the screen right now. This is Santa Stamp Collection by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society. I'm doing it on Fortnite fabric, 16 count Aida in the plush colorway using the called for DMC. So I participated in 12 days of stitching in December, and what I chose to do was 24 minutes a day on this project. Some days was a little more if I was like, only a few stitches left in this color, or I was almost to the end of the length of thread or whatever. So I did 24 minutes a day because 24 is a multiple of 12. So you're not going to be able to see it all, but I finished stamps 15, no. Oh, you can see it all. I finished stamps 14, 15, 16, and 17. So the stocking, the poinsettia, the wreath, and the ornaments. And then I decided that I want to finish this project by Thanksgiving. So I need to stitch 110 stitches a week on this, and that will have me finished by Thanksgiving. So you can see I've done this border, and I've done top and side of this border. I haven't worked on it for this week yet, but that's a fun way to do it and make progress on it. Okay, I had to break there because I reached to do something and shook the camera, and I was like, I don't want any of y'all getting seasick. Okay, next up, in my to bed or to sleep project bag, which is Outlander themed, I am working on, I think I have a final image of this that I can put on the screen. This is the British Isles Adventure Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'm doing this on Zweigart 16 count Aida in the pale blue colorway using the called for DMC. And I have finished clue 4 of 6. I took this out of the Q-snap because I needed to move it and I wasn't going to work on it immediately. So I've got 2 more clues to go. I loved stitching this rainbow. That was the last thing I stitched. Can y'all see that? Yeah. So this one, I think I have 17 motifs left to do, each of those little small things as a motif. So I'm going to try to make it a goal to do 1 motif a week. And that way that'll put me done like mid-ish year, and I will be happy with that. So there's that. Okay, next up is a new start. This is from in the Rip It project bag that we got in the Nice List. Also, this Peanuts bag is from the Nice List. Y'all. Okay, this is the Oh Dear Stocking by Satsuma Street. I am stitching this on 16 count black pearl Aida from the Steel City Stitchers, and it was in the pirate box from the Black Needle Society, and I'm using the called for DMC. I told Dammy I will stitch this, but I'm not stitching this on black. I don't have this in the Q-step yet because I don't have a lot of margin, so I've got to wait till I get this kind of topish area done, and then I'll put it in the Q-snap. So you can see I did that top border, and I've started on Dammy's name. I love these colors on it. I think it's really, really pretty. I also have fabric and floss to do Satsuma Street. It's a stocking for me. It's the Falala Llama. And for Pink Pearl, I'm going to modify a Satsuma Street pattern that is not a stocking into a stocking. And then I think I have picked the stocking pattern by Satsuma Street that I'm going to stitch for Pumpkin. I have not picked fabric yet because, you know, I have fabric and floss for the other 3 already. So I'm just going to work, and then I will get fabric and floss. I don't know when I'm going to get this done. I'm just going to work on it. Okay, next up, I have this in my Gilmore Girls project bag from Forbidden Fiber Co. This is 16 count Casablanca Aida Zweigart from Forbidden Fiber Co. And I'm using the called for Forbidden Fiber Co floss. This is Gilmore-isms. So it's 14 clues, a clue a week, and we get a border, and then so she released the borders all at once. I was like, I'm just going to stitch the borders as I do them. I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the 1 motif a week. I will do my best. But this is how far I've gotten. All I have left is some, I can't remember the words that go underneath here, but it's like back stitched. So that's all I have left, and I'll be done. So the new clues for this come out every Monday. I have my floss in this adorable little pouch, the Gilmore Girls alphabet that my bestie got me for my birthday. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be able to keep up with that, but I will do the best I can. I should have brought it over here to show you, and I didn't, because I did work on this in November, but I took a break from Edinburgh Castle in December. I am almost 43% complete with it, and I got burnt out. So I'm going to bring it back out. I had intended to do it yesterday, and then it just didn't happen. I don't know what my goal is for this. I do want to finish it eventually, but it's not going to be finished this year, probably next year or the year after, or after. I don't know. But I just got burnt out on it. So I took a break. I'm going to pick it back up. Part of the issue is there's so much confetti now that I'm getting into the castle again. And that can take so much time threading and rethreading and rethreading. And I mean, sometimes there's like 40, 50 colors in one 10 by 10 square, which makes it rough. So, but I'm going to pull it back out probably today and do some work on it. And then we will go from there. Okay, that is everything for FlossTube, but we do have a lot of things in Yummies, And I have an announcement for y'all. Please stay tuned to the end. I have a big announcement. I'd intended to do it at the top of the show. Maybe I will record it and move it to the top of the show so that in case you don't listen all the way through, I want to make sure you know about this announcement. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I'll be right back. And now I have time traveled from the past to the future. Wibbly wobbly. Now it is time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about. Yummies. First up, the lovely, lovely Emily and Alexa from Tin Can Knits sent us their new sweater pattern called Silver Bells. It is bold, bright, and bobbled. As usual, it goes from size 0 to 6 months all the way to adult 6XL, which is amazing. You do a lace weight mohair plus a sock weight yarn, or you can substitute with a DK or worsted weight yarn. US 6 4mm, US 8 5mm needles. Let's see, it's designed to have an oversized fit, 2 to 6 inches of positive ease. It's worked in the round from the top down. The yoke is knit. Sleeve stitches are placed on a hold on waist yarn. Bodies worked to the hem, and then the sleeves are knit to the cuffs. I love the bobbles. They're so cute. The name Silver Bells fits this pattern so well. It's gorgeous. The instructions are super clear, as always in a Tin Can Knits pattern, and I think it's just gorgeous. There are charts, but they write out the charts as text in case you need that. Highly recommend any Tin Can Knits pattern ever. They are amazing. Okay, next up. My friend Judy has a Facebook group, which I'll link in the show notes, ggkcs.com, called Judy's Project Bags and More. And I may have gotten enabled and bought a couple of bags. She sent me this cute, cute card with a puppy. I was telling a friend last night, I'm like, I have an entire wall of cat art appropriately placed above Pink Pearl's litter box. I'm like, I may need to start a dog art wall. So the first bag I got is the Death Before Decaf. So it's skeletons drinking coffee, and it says things like, "So not a morning person, death before decaf, coffee or die, but first coffee, life begins after coffee, life is too short for bad coffee." I think that's rise and grind, coffee or die. I love the pink sparkly button. And then on the inside, it's got this beautiful pink, like kind of watercolor. And then I didn't know this until I got it. This is a little plastic sleeve, and it's got a card in it so that you can write what project's in here without having to like fully open it and all of that. So I love that feature. So that's super cute. And then the other one that I got is Santa Paws. Look at those kitties. And excuse me, look at that button. Oh my gosh. And this has got just stars inside it, and it's also got the little card pouch. So I find Judy's project bags to be very, very affordably priced, and I would recommend that you go over. She sells them out of her Facebook group, Judy's Project Bags and More, and I'll put a link in the show notes. Okay, let's see if I can grab. I've got a couple of Christmas gifts to show you. This is one thing that Dammy bought me. This is the Lego dried flower centerpiece. It has 812 pieces in it. You can use it as like a centerpiece. You can use it on the wall. If you buy 3 of them, you can make a wreath. I won't be doing that. I just have to find a place to be able to do this with having a dog and a cat around and no way to close a door. So there's that. That was from Dammy. Okay. Let's see if I can reach the other thing. Yes, got it. Oh, I hope I didn't shake the camera too much. From my bestie, she bought me this cat zodiac puzzle for Christmas. It's a 500-piece puzzle, 20 by 20. Dammy and I are both Libras, and my bestie's a Scorpio. But I loved that. Inside here, it has a thing that tells you about each of them. So for Libra, a Libra cat is warm and gentle, but fierce when things are out of alignment. If there is a scuffle or any malign intentions in the home, the Libra cat will be right in the middle, ready to restore peace. These cats are orderly, punctual, and philanthropic. So again, I have to find space to do this since I have a dog and a cat running around. And then the final thing I want to show you is this beautiful piece that Dammy commissioned for me. This is a sketch done by Snack Toast on Instagram. And it's a beautiful autumnal sketch of pink pearl. And it's gorgeous. The print of it is coming. I don't have it yet, but Dammy had the image to be able to share with me, and I think it's gorgeous, and I cannot wait to give it a special place on the cat wall of art above Pink's litter box. Because where else would you expect the wall of cat art to be if not above the cat's litter box? I just don't know what else y'all would expect. So, okay. Well, that is all of my yummies. So let's move on to the next segment. Well, with that, we've made it to the end of the show. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I had a lot to talk about with not having done a regular episode since the beginning of November. I do love this schedule of doing an episode usually the first weekend of the month. That's just working pretty well for me. And I think that that's what I'll continue to do. I'd fully intended to film yesterday. And let me tell you what happened. It's story time. Gather around. Cece's going to tell you a story. I got up and took Pumpkin out for a walk about 7:30. And when we got back, I fed Pink, I fed Pumpkin, got all that done. I put Pumpkin back in her crate, and I laid down to try to get like a couple more hours of sleep is what I was thinking. All of a sudden, I wake up and I look at the clock, and it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I freak out. I'm saying lots of curse words because I'm like, oh crap, Pumpkin had an accident in her crate because I've been asleep. Because normally I would have taken her out at lunchtime. She had not, thankfully. But I was like, oh my gosh. And so then I just felt off the entire rest of the day. Plus, they were replacing the water heater in my building yesterday, so I had no hot water to take a shower. It's fixed now, thankfully. But yeah. So it did not happen yesterday, so here I am today. I've already told you I'm a rep for the Black Needle Society. Remember to mark your calendars for Sunday, the 11th of February, 8 a.m. Pacific, for my huge D-stash to help pay for Pumpkin's service dog training. You can also support the podcast in many, many different ways, like Patreon, YouTube Join, PayPal, Bookshop, Amazon. All the links to that is on our website, and where to find us everywhere online is also on our website at ggkcs.com. There you'll find links to Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. Also, Pink's Instagram account has now been joined by Pumpkin. So if you would like to follow Pink and Pumpkin on Instagram, it's Pink, P-I-N-K, dot, and dot, Pumpkin, Pumpkin. Pink turned around. She was sitting on the arm of the couch, and she turned around and was like, yes, I have to share with my new sister, and I don't like it. We're trying. We're trying. It does not matter to me if they are best friends. I just need them to tolerate each other, especially in this under 500 square foot studio apartment. So, yay, team. We're going to get there. The Gilmore family is strong and confident and hopeful, and we're going to survive 2024. Thank goodness 2023 is over, because was it a kick in the butt? So, Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. I will be back with an unboxing of the January subscription box from the White Needle Society. The theme of it is Best of BNS. So I'm really excited for that. And then I'll be back at the beginning of February for another episode. In the meantime, keep up with me on Instagram. And until I see you again, happy crafting. Talk to you again soon.